Hi friends, this is Lokesh. Welcome to Testing Tutorials. Today we are going to learn about spiral model in SDLC. Basically, the previous waterfall model, what is the biggest mistake, right? During that long duration of the completion product and software become outdated. Means it will take the long time because one stage in case the first stage they started, once the entire things is completed that particular stage, then only it will move to next stage. Means it will become outdated software they are going to use. They are not using a new technology. Then that cycle it is going to replace for spiral model. In this spiral basically a cycle type. Cycle type means the cycle tire is present there, right? Like that a round table it will add it. Like this, it will start the requirement, design, coding, testing, and risk analysis. Both it will add it. Sorry. We created the application module by module and hand over to the customer so that they can start using the application very early stage. Means we are not releasing complete application one time. We are releasing a module by module to the customer. Then he can able to test a module by module and they can able to satisfy because they can able to start early to the application. We appear this model only model is dependent on each other. When they are going to prepare for this application or they are going to choose this application this model, then each model need to dependent because then only they can able to start this model. Otherwise it is not fit for that. Means every model need to be a dependent other one, then only they can able to start application because they need to release in this model by model, then only they can able to do that, right? We develop the application the stages because sometimes the client gives a requirement in between the process also. Because of that they are going to release a model by model. Here four stages: requirement analysis, design, coding, test, and risk analysis. What all the things we'll do in the requirement stage, right? The spiral model start with collecting the business needs. Spirals will include the documentation of the system requirement, unit requirement, and subsystems needed. What all the things is required, everything they will start here only. We can easily to understand the system requirement because business analyst and client have constant communication because the business analyst every time they will connect to customer and they will get a new requirements, what are the things they need, and every cycle they are going to complete the application depend, and they develop and deployed into the market. Means business analyst every time they will communicate to the customer and they will get the requirement and they will give to the cycle. In the cycle they are going to complete and they are going to deploy into the market. Like that it will goes. And design phase, in this design what will happen, the plan, logic design, architect design, and flow charts, design trees, and everything it will come to here. And coding also, developers start based upon requirement and they're going to all the things they're collecting a real customer application everything. And here the spiral and excellent clarity of requirement and design details of applications are in the build with heavy having the version numbers. Means they are releasing the model by model, right? Each model they will give some number, then only they can able to start for. In the testing and risk analysis, here what will happen, once the development is completed successfully, we will test the build and end of the first cycle and also analysis the risk of software on different aspects such as managing a risk, detecting and observing the technology feasibility. And after the client will test the application and give the feedback to that particular application. Imagine, for example, this model, right? You imagine there are A, B, C, and PQ are present different aspect in the application. A is an application. In the application, having different models that is PQR. Okay, P model will get requirement first first because it is the one, right? That's what you'll get first requirement. And then they will start a design for that module, and code part also they will do. And A is done when it is started test bugging for that one. Once the test is completed and bugs are found and a module is completed, right? Then they will go for the next module is queue. In a application, a queue it will goes, and it has to create the module when the module is P has been built, right? Then we flow for same process and as did the model P. Means once P module is completed, the requirement and the designing and everything, the deployment is also completed. Then they will go for the next module is Q, and here the same how the process is going P module, right? Same way they will start for Q module also. Then they will gives to QA team. The QA team, what will happen? They will test first. They're going to do for that Q module. Then they're going to integrate with the model Q with P. Then test P. Again, we need to test P because after code adding, any functionality is modified in P module or not. That purpose they are going to test for that. And second again to check the model R and Q and P. Means if you start for R module, once the Q is completed, then they'll start for R module. Then again they'll do for same process for R. Once the deployment is completed, then we'll test R first, then they'll go Q, then they'll go for P module. Like that they'll start the process. Here is there are two major types presented, major changes and minor changes. In application, it is the two types is presented. Major changes, the customer requirement for major changes in the requirement for the particular module. Then we change only that module and perform testing for both the integration and unit. And also we also perform one cycle because it may affect existing model. A major changes could be functionality of software. Means the coding standard, right? They are going to test whether it is impacting the previous one or not. Those things they are going to test in this way. Major one. Minor changes is basically UI front end label changes and text box change and button change, alignment of words. Those things, minor changes are presented. Those things they are going to change. Advantage is flexible changes are allowed in spiral model. The development can be distributed into a smaller parts because they are developing model by model, right? They are not developed completely. The customer can use application as a earlier stage only because first model once it is deployed, then can start for using. More clarity for developers and test engineer. It will provide wide use of prototypes. Disadvantages, it is not suitable for small and low risky product because it could be costly for small projects. And it is traditional model and those developers who only did the test job as well. They, there is no requirement of review process and no parallel deliverables allowed into spiral model. The management a bit difficult, that why it is a complex process. The maximum number of intermediate phases need to unnecessary paperwork. These all the things are presented. That's all about spiral model. If you like this video, please like my video and please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.